Con Hari. Hello. Hello, hello. Good evening, good morning, wherever you may be. Welcome, 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 welcome. It is time. It has time? It has come. The time for Tem's Anime Club to commence. I'm here to talk with all you guys about lots of anime things. Mostly current anime, but also past anime, also just general anime opinions and stuff like that. Hello, hello, good morning, yes. Ohayo gozaimasu. Hope y'all are doing well, and I hope everybody had a good Christmas, because Christmas was yesterday. And I probably saw some of you yesterday because I was here. I was doing my thing. But yeah, we're back at it with the anime reviews and stuff. I don't know what to call this. It's Anime Club. Oh man, so I think this current anime season is coming to an end, which is a little sad for me because I was actually enjoying it. I think a few of the shows that I've been watching had their finale, like Bocchi the Rock. But I think some are going to continue into the next season, or maybe like take a week break and then continue. I feel like they do that a lot around like New Year's, where there will be like a break from new episodes and then they'll start the next week after that or something like that. I don't know. But as sad as I am to see Bocchi go, I'm sure with how popular it is, like it's gonna have a season 2, right? Like soon, right? I haven't looked it up yet whether or not they're confirmed for a season 2. Yeah, best time to take a break, yeah. Especially since I think a lot of people in Japan really celebrate New Year's more than they celebrate like Christmas. But like, hello, how's it going? I don't think Chainsaw Man is ending, or at least, I'm pretty sure it's gonna continue into the next season, like right away. At least I hope so, because they kind of left us up on a cliffhanger. And then, unless it's just one episode left. And then a break? I don't know. And what else? What else am I watching? I'm watching Cool Doji Danshi, but that's just my own personal taste. And then there was Spy Family. I assume. Well, actually no. Spy Family did have kind of a big finale for this season, so they're probably, if I remember correctly, they took like a break for one or two seasons between the first and second season of the anime. I assume they're probably gonna do it like that again. But at least this was a really good place to leave off. So I guess let's just start off with Spy Family, because why not? So I've been keeping up with Spy Family pretty well. So in the past week, I think I watched just a couple of episodes to catch up. I watched the episode where Lloyd takes Yor on like a little date, a little, parents' night out. Because she was feeling secure after her fight with Fiona. Fight? I don't know if fight's the right word for it. After they had a really weird match of tennis, and Yor decided that she's like an inferior wife for some reason, because she's Yor. And then Lloyd took her out, and this is like the first real like development that I think there's been in their relationship, because Lloyd is under the impression now that Yor has feelings for him, like beyond just their like convenient arrangement, That I think that, because I think the way that it's being played up for the comedy, I think that Yor she may have feelings for him, but she at least like has reasons for it. She logics it out in her brain to be like, because you know, because she, you know, doesn't want to make her brother worry and stuff like that. But and then he tried to make a move on her, and, you know, she kicked him in the face, or right up the, like, just give him a good wallop up the chin, like uppercut kick. Is that a thing? I don't know. And then he was like, oh, well, I guess she doesn't have feelings for me. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure that's, if she has feelings for you, that's how she would express them too, because she's Yord. But yeah, that was a cute episode. And then I think I can't remember if it was part of the same episode. It was like a half an episode, like, skit where Anya went shopping with Becky, and that was so cute. I mean, it's always really silly seeing, like, the little kids, like, going out and like doing these, like, ridiculous, like, rich people things, like buying out an entire store, like an entire department store, just so that they can, like, run around and goof around. Because she's yeah, does it need any further explanation? Like, if you've watched any amount of Spy Family, like, you know how she is. But yeah, I honestly, like, I think Becky's one of my favorite characters. Honestly, though, I like all the kids. They're just so funny. And they're so relatable, because I'm like, that is exactly how I talked with my friends when I was that age. I'm like, I think, so when I was little, when I was in, like, elementary school, I was definitely more of an Anya type, because, like, you know, I just wanted to watch anime and talk about Naruto and Pokemon all day, while the girls were, like, talking about, you know, I don't know, drama stuff. But I started taking more of an interest in, like, romance stuff and, like, middle school, high school. I mean, it was still anime, but, you know, I watched, like, shoujo anime mostly in middle school. Oh, well, that's not true. I watched a good variety of things. I watched some shonen, some shoujo, just pretty much whatever. But, like, God, Anya is just such a mood. But then Becky's also a mood, because I am also obsessed with fictional romances. Well, she's just obsessed with romance in general. I personally don't really like to get involved in real life drama. Like, she's like in love with Anya's dad, and that's a little I mean, it's cute because she's a child, but it's like, oh, sweetie, oh no, you better get over that. You better get over that soon. Oh man. But yeah, Becky's a cutie. And then there was the episode with Damien, and finally Lloyd meets the father, the big bad of the series, at least as it's been presented thus far. You know, he's kind of the main goal of the whole operation, right? And he finally made contact. I've read ahead in the manga a good bit, so, like, I already knew this would happen, but I forgot, because my memory is, like, 0. I have no retention of any details of anything I read. But, like, I think I remembered, like, once I started watching the episode and Damien was talking about trying to meet up with his father, I was like, oh yeah, that's right, Lloyd intervenes in this and meets the dad. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, what's his name? Donovan Desmond? The father? He's certainly a character. I'm interested to see where everything goes with that. Because, you know, it's the more that they build him up as this really, like, scheming, like, conniving dude, the more I think that he's gonna end up being not the big bad, you know? Like, there's gonna be a twist somewhere in there. There has to be, because that's, like, anime 101, you know? The first big bad that's introduced is hardly ever the actual big bad. Is there any next season anime that I anticipate? I do not know. I haven't even looked at like a chart. Should I look at the chart? I might as well just pull up the chart. Is it winter? Winter season? Winter anime 2023? Okay, let's see. Don't know what that is. Some kind of isekai. One Piece, I'm not really interested. Boku no Hero is still going. Blue Lock is still going. I haven't checked that out yet. Maybe I'll check that out eventually, because I do really like sports anime. Mao something, a fantasy, magic school. Okay. Let's see. Yuruma-kun is continuing. Boruto. Dungeon ni Deai o Motomeru is continuing. Vinland Saga, I know the name, but I know nothing about that one. Nagatoro-san is coming back. I wasn't a fan of the original. I watched only like one episode. I've heard, okay, like I know that people say, oh, Nagatoro gets better, like it's just the first episode is like really weird. But like I couldn't deal with it. She is not my type, and the show is very much geared towards people for whom that is their type. Another isekai. More Tokyo Revengers, not very interested. Kyoko Suiri, I have no idea what that is. Urusei Yatsura. Isn't that an old anime? It is, right? Is this a remake? It says parentheses 2022. Oh, I guess this one's continuing. I guess that one's continuing from the last season. Okay. Bungo Stray Dogs, not a fan. Nier Automata? Nier Automata? Anime? Is that's a thing? Well, that could be interesting. I'm a big fan of that game. I've never played it for myself, but I watched a full playthrough on YouTube. Yeah, I might check that one out. Vinland Saga is good. Okay. We've got a rom-com of some sort. We've got some kind of fantasy adventure harem, it looks like. Maybe. And there's another school fantasy harem. Tomo-chan wa onnanoko. That sounds familiar. I feel like I've read this manga, or at least a friend like recommended me that manga a long time ago. That looks cute. I might give that one a shot. It's been a long time since I've gotten into any like shoujo anime or manga. Like I feel like that phase is kind of past me, but I might check it out. We'll see. There's some other kind of isekai, whatever. There's another action fantasy something. Main character's outfit looks cute. Eiyu o bu o kiwameru tame tensei su, soshite sekai saikyou no minarai kishi. Something about a hero and being the greatest knight in training. Okay. A cute outfit though. That's really cute. Spy Kyosutsu. What is this? Is spy theme gonna be like the new isekai in the anime world? I have a feeling that it is. Because people just see Spy Family and they're like, oh, I can write a spy story, and it's just gonna be all spy stories. That would be really funny. That's the new isekai. None of these character designs look interesting to me, but who knows, maybe it'll be good. It's a comedy. Comedy, mystery, romance, action. Okay, maybe. Isekai nonbiri nouka. Something about being a farmer in an isekai? Okay. I mean, that sounds pretty interesting. I don't know if it's my thing, but that looks cute. The main character looks kind of cute. Or I don't know if she's the main character. This blonde lady with like the Marilyn Monroe looking dress. Kubo-san wa mobu o yurusanai. And another rom-com of some sort. That looks kind of cute. The main girl, she's got like purple hair. That's cute. God, there are a lot of anime this season. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay, there looks like some kind of fantasy, some kind of harem, another isekai, and a comedy fantasy romance. Okay. Oh, it's another villainess story. I don't think there's any connection to my next life with villainess, but villainess stories are what's in right now, huh? I wonder if Spy X Family will... I don't know why I read the X. I should be used to this by now. I wonder if Spy Family will go dark as the story progresses because their setting is about preventing war. I don't think so. Because so far, I mean, it handles some serious topics in like a serious way already. But I think that because our main perspective usually is Anya, and we're kind of it's supposed to be kind of an optimistic story, right? Like if it was going to go dark, it would have done that already. yeah, I accidentally said Spy X Family. Shut up. If it was gonna go dark, it would have done that already, because literally Yor is an assassin, but she's portrayed as like this really cute, like clumsy One-san, you know, like it shows her doing the violence a little bit, but it still stays like really PG about it. So I don't think that it's gonna get super dark. Although I think when things get a little more plot heavy, I imagine that like there will be a bit more of a tone shift. But I don't think it'll be dark. I think it's still gonna be a pretty optimistic story. Because I think, you know, if anything happens to Anya, I think that the show will be canceled. Like not like airing wise, but like internet wise, it'll be internet canceled. No one will like the show anymore if anything bad happens to Anya. Let's see, a cooking isekai show. Okay, a Yuri isekai show. Sorry, shoujo ai isekai. Okay, interesting. Might look into that. There's some kind of comedy ecchi. It looks I'm not interested. A supernatural slice of life rom-com. Okay. Sounds interesting. Those aren't tags that I see together very often. And it looks like they are like business people, like they're adults. This isn't like a high school thing. Interesting. Oh no, if Anya goes back to the lab, no, don't even go there. Isekai. Okay. Something, Trigun something or other. Something with the word Oni-chan in the title. I'm already not interested. Some Detective Conan. Some kind of gritty war action anime. Oh, what is this? Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. Adventure, fantasy, romance. Yeah, I'm checking the titles for the next season. I like the art for this. Who is this Vesper Noir looking ass? there's like a pretty boy in the background. He's got like a long flowing hair and the pointy ears. In a world where fairies are bought and sold to the highest bidder, what? Okay. What? A fairy bodyguard. Okay, well that looks interesting at least. It looks different. It's at least not the same trope over and over again that I see in like so many anime. That looks interesting. I like the art. Oyuki Umi no Kaina. Looks not particularly interesting, but I don't know, I might be wrong. Another fantasy, something called Revenger. Looks like a kind of shonen period drama kind of thing. Mononogatari, is that part of the Monogatari series, or is that a different thing? It's probably a different thing. Obligatory character design. Ohayo Sekai, good morning world. What is that, Dr. Stone? GL enjoyers? What is GL? Hello, hi, welcome to the stream. What is this? What am I looking at? It's called Buddy Daddies. I hate the name, but it looks wholesome. It's a comedy about organized crime. Okay. A hitman looking after a 5-year-old girl. Alright. It's about two dudes who are like assassins or something trying to raise a child. That sounds funny. I might give that a look. Oh, Girls Love, gotcha. I got it, like BL. Neko, no, not Neko. Nokemono Tachi no Yoru. I don't know what that is. Fantasy shonen. I mean, the character designs look interesting. There's like a bird person in the back there. What is up with that? Those are some interesting designs. I'll check reviews and stuff and see if it's good. I don't know about you guys, but I always watch like the who is it? I forget. Is that like Mother's Basement or somebody that always makes like a breakdown of the current season after like I think he even does it before the season starts. I usually watch those to try to pick out which ones I might watch. Mezase Pokemon, The Last Journey with Ash and Pikachu. Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, I mean, on one hand, it's a little bit sad, but I mean, I haven't been keeping up with Pokemon that well in years, so I'm like, good for him. Let him rest. Let Ash take a break. Conan stays forever a child. I've never watched Conan. You read manga more, so you pick up the anime originals. They end up being the most obscure hipster choices. I mean, if it's good, you know, more power to you. It has to go and stay gone. I just think there are so many interesting stories that could be told in the Pokemon universe, and to just continue having Ash be the protagonist, it just gets a little old. What else do we got here? Something called High Card. Looks like kind of a... Oh, it's an action supernatural. Okay, for a second I thought it was gonna be like a gambling, like edgy, like kind of, but it's supernatural. Okay, whatever. More Yowamushi Pedal. I am so behind on Yowamushi Pedal. I love Yoapeda, but I have not kept up with the new season. I should do that sometime. Maybe I'll just binge the entire new season tomorrow or something. Now here's one that I'm interested in. Okay, Tsurune Tsunagari no Isha. I don't know what Isha means. It's not. Tsurune is a sports anime about archery. And it was only I think 12 episode series that came out like last year, something like that. But I really enjoyed it. You know, it was good for just a short, simple series. But it looks like they're continuing it. I didn't expect that. I'm really interested in that. It's KyoAni, by the way. Anything else that stands out to me? Yeah, not only Ash being the protagonist, but him doing the exact same thing. Yeah, no kidding. Has Bezos funded what now? I have no idea what you're talking about. I feel like I need some context for that. What is this? This anime looks really cute. Yoru wa neko to issho. It's just a slice of life comedy about a boy hanging out with a cat. And that's what I'm here for. Fucking love cats. What is this? What is this? AQ Shonen? It's an idol anime. I like the character designs. Those are some fun looking guys. An idol boy anime? I mean, I'll definitely give it a try. I love me some idol boys. Flaglia. What on earth is that? It's a fantasy? I see a bunch of pretty boys and a child. Is this one of those like isekai where you become a child? I don't know, man. There's another idol boy anime, Unite Up. That looks okay, I guess. Yeah, those are really the only things that stand out to me. But you know, I'm always open to trying new things if enough people are are raving about a certain anime. Jashin-chan Dropkick. Season 2 mysteriously funded after being put on Amazon Prime. Oh, interesting. Yeah, archery is cool. I just really like sports anime. Speaking of sports, well, not really speaking of sports anime, but I just watched the new episode of Cool Doji Danshi. I don't know, people probably don't even watch Cool Doji Danshi here, but like the newest episode was like one of the boys is in a sports team and he got invited the other guys to come watch his game. And it just reminded me of like all of the sports anime tropes. I think it's so funny, like, so like, spoiler alert, his team lost at the end, which, you know, it's like very anticlimactic because they go through the whole episode like, senpai, I'm going to do my best so that you don't have to retire early and we can keep playing handball together. Fucking handball. I don't even know what handball is. It looked kind of like basketball, but whatever. What do I know? And then they lose, and like it's so funny because like pretty much all the sports anime that I've watched before, like, you know, when the senpais graduate or like when they lose their final match of the season, like everybody's like crying and like it's really dramatic. And in this anime, they were just sort of like, well, better luck next year. They're like, well, we had a good time. We didn't really expect to get that far anyways. See ya. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably a more realistic response, honestly. Yeah, good meta sports episode. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, Made in Abyss? But you wouldn't recommend people to watch it? Why? Okay, I've heard a lot of things about Made in Abyss, and I honestly tried to watch it. I got like a few episodes in. I didn't really see the appeal. Like, I don't know, it's hard for me to get really interested in shows where the main characters are like kids. Or like, I don't know, it has to be presented in a certain way, because like, right, like Spy Family, I like the plot with the kids because it's really silly and realistic. Like, it's like to Anya, right? It's all like life and death because it really is important, but just the way that she like blows things up in her mind, you know, it's very realistic to how kids think. But sometimes like an anime where it's like the protagonists are kids and they're gonna go on these big adventures and do all these crazy things and they're also super geniuses or whatever, I'm like, okay, whatever. Sure, Jan. Handball is just weird hand soccer. All right. I'm like, I don't think I'd even heard of it before this anime, to be honest. You watched the first episode and you're smiling through it. Which one? Cool Doji? Oh, badminton's fun. I like badminton. I mean, I've never really played it that much or like seriously, but I played with my mom. Because like the local park had like a volleyball net, so we would just bring our own badminton racket and stuff and just casually play badminton every so often. That was fun. I haven't done it in a while though. I'm not really in a good environment for playing any kind of sports right now. Nor do I have anyone to play sports with. Did I read Dungeon Meshi in that thing? I think so. I think that's the one that's like, what's it called? Dungeon ni deai o motomeru, right? Or is that different? I don't know. I remember I watched like a little bit of that one back when it first came out. I thought it was okay. I didn't continue it though. At this point, with how oversaturated the isekai genre is, seeing isekai on the tags of any anime is like an immediate turn off for me. Like, it has to take some convincing for me to watch an isekai. It's got to be like one of the subversive isekai, you know? Like Konosuba, right? Where it's like, it's an isekai and sometimes they do some cool adventuring, but it's mostly just like chaos and shenanigans and stupidity, right? Or like, I mean, I like, whatchamacall, I like My Next Life as a Villainess, which is technically an isekai. It doesn't really feel like an isekai though. It feels like this story would be the exact same if the main character was just a normal person. Like, I guess it's like, you know, like you put a commoner in the place of like a commoner from the modern times in the place of like a rich little girl, and then like her personality changes and that's what causes the spark to all of the things that happen. But it's like, you could have easily just had her be that way. Like, I don't know, give her some kind of backstory where she, you know, like grew up in the slums or something. Like, I don't know. Like, it didn't even have to be an isekai. But, I mean, it's good. Yeah, cool dudes being cool anime. I love that one. It's really cute. It's very, like, heartwarming. You know, it's like, it's the kind of anime that I'm probably not even going to remember that it existed, like, 2 or 3 years down the line until someone brings that up and I'll be like, oh yeah, that anime did happen. But, like, it's just, like, it's so it's so pleasant to watch. Like, I don't know, it's just like some anime I have to like prepare myself to watch because I'm like, all right, there's gonna be big plot things happening in this episode, and you know, like characters that might die and blah 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 blah. But literally, as soon as a new episode of Cool Doji Danshi comes out, I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna watch it. I'm just gonna watch it and just like go like, hey, ah, hey, hey, hey. That's the sounds that I make when I watch anime like that. When I watch Cool Doji Danshi, I just go, hey, ah, hey, hey, hey. Dungeon Meshi is coming out in February. It's a fantasy. Okay. Aww. Oh, is that the cooking one? There was like some kind of cooking anime. Tondemo skill de isekai horo meshi. No, that one is an isekai, so that's probably not it. What is Dungeon Meshi? I don't even know. Wah, wah. And of course, Cool Doji Danshi is continuing for another season. Yes! Yes! That was me with Lucky Star. Yeah, I don't know. I never got into Lucky Star. I know it was like a big, like the staple of otakus from back then. But it got kind of boring. Like I had been expecting it to have plot, and then it didn't. Because like I learned about the anime first through the like ending song, you know, where they're doing the little like cheer routine. So I thought it was an anime about cheerleading. And then I watched like the first 6 or 7 episodes, and I'm like, literally all they've done is sit around in a classroom and talk about snacks. Yeah, you have those anime where you forgot you actually watched it, right? Yeah, you list off examples, but you have forgotten about them. Exactly. Yeah, there are so many anime. Like, for example, like Tsurune, the archery anime. I forgot that existed until this very second. Not gonna lie. And then I saw it on the list and I was like, oh, that one. But you know, as long as you have a good time watching it in the moment, it doesn't matter. Who needs a memory anyways? Ha 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 ha. Let's see. So yeah, I went through all the stuff for next season. I did want to talk about just ramble about Chainsaw Man for a second, because I finally caught up. I was about 3 episodes behind, so literally when I got home today, I just watched all 3 of those episodes. I gotta say, I like these past 3 episodes. I think they were a lot better than the first 8 or so. Because the first 8 or so episodes, I don't know, the pacing was really meh for me, and I didn't really care about the characters that much. I didn't really know how the world building situation was going. Like, it's just all over the place. But I think I really like what they did in the past few episodes. Although that could easily fall apart at any moment. Because I really like how, like, a bunch of characters died in, like, this big battle, right? Or, like, this big event that happened. And I wasn't attached to any of the characters. I didn't think any of them were interesting. I mean, the lady, what's her name? The lady that died with the eye patch. I thought she was cool. She was kind of annoying because she was just like hitting on Denji and like way too hard, and it was like really annoying. But like, I feel like if I had had more time with her as a character to like get attached, her death would have like hit me harder. But I was just kind of like, oh no, she's dead. Himeno, that's it. Yep. I'm like, oh no, she's dead. Okay. But then, like, what's his name? The trainer dude. He's not a new character though. He also did Aki's training, didn't he? I think he was the one in Aki's backstory. But the trainer dude, he was like you know, he asked Denji, like, how do you feel about the death of your comrades? And Denji's like, I don't know, whatever, they're dead. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Like, Denji had this whole like mental break, well, not really mental breakdown, but like he had a moment of introspection, right, when he was in the hospital, where he was like, wait, I'm not crying about what happened. Why is that? Is my heart like not working like a human's should anymore? He's like, would I be sad if Power died? Not really. He's like, would I cry if Aki died? Not really. Would I cry if Makima died? Probably a little bit. I'd be sad for like 3 days and then I'd move on. And I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what kind of show this is. So I wasn't supposed to get attached to any of the characters because like we're seeing most of the story from Denji's perspective. So it makes sense that I'm not supposed to be attached to any of the characters. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's on purpose. It's on purpose that all the characters are bad. Sorry, that comes off really strong, but that is how I feel. Oh, it's on purpose that none of these characters matter. Neat. It's on purpose that I don't care about any of these characters. That's neat. That's meta. I like it. Seems like a bit of a cop-out. Maybe. I don't really... people are all like, whoa, Chainsaw Man, it's so deep. It's like subversive. And I'm like, no, it's literally the same tropes that have been done over and over and over and over again. But like, the whole thing is like, it's like, oh, Denji's like his whole purpose for living is boobies. Oh, that's silly, but it's actually deep, because it's like, what is the meaning of life anyways? Maybe you don't need a deep meaning of life. Maybe you just need to touch some boobies. Maybe that's the meaning of life, huh? And it's like, okay, whatever. Then why, like, if they wanted to make it like a lighthearted thing, like they should make it a lighthearted story, not try to be all edgy with it when he's got when Denji's not a very interesting character. How could you say that to my homeboy Devil Hunter that had short hair with a suit? What did I say about him? The Devil Hunter guy? What's his name? I don't know. What's his deal? I mean, he seems interesting. He seems like an interesting character. Terrence, hi, welcome to the stream. Kya, ten, zatsuran. I know it says no need to read, but thank you. Not adverse to reading manga, yeah. Go watch Witch Hat Atelier. Good character exploration. Maybe. Denji's childhood wasn't normal, so something normal to other people was a luxury for him. Yeah, it was an interesting setting for like an episode, and then I got really bored with it. How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little tired, but I'm always tired. But you know, I had a nice Christmas, and I'm back at it, doing my normal stuff. Yeah. IDK, I forgot his name. Like, I like what they're doing with Denji and Power, where they're both just sort of they're just vibing. I think that's neat. Kawaii, ありがとうね。別に好きにコメントしていいのよ。Yay. What was I saying? Oh, I also like what they're doing with Aki. At least I think. I don't know. I was on board until the very end of the last episode, where I was like, okay, whatever. Which comes out slow. It's like bi-monthly. Okay. But yeah, like you know, that he's got this thing where it's like his we finally learned a little bit more about his curse. Demon, devil. I almost said stand. You know, you've been watching too much JoJo when you just start referring to every ability in anime as a stand. About his curse stand, right? And we learned that he actually has 2 years. That's the limit. He has 2 years to live because of this power that he's been using. And then he has to get a new devil, a new stand. And this is where I finally started taking an interest in this show. They started fleshing out the world. We actually get to see how people form contracts. Aside from, like Denji's a special case, but like, they keep talking about like, oh, you just form a contract with a devil and then they come and help you. And I'm like, what does that mean? Does the devil live in like a separate dimension, like a little pocket dimension, and they just like reach into reality? I mean, we know that most devils are actually like living in the story. They're actually like living on Earth. But I'm even unclear on that part. It's always been really hazy to me. But like we actually get to see them go to the facility where they keep the devils to make contracts with, and how that works, and like some examples of the price of the contract. I'm like, okay, finally we get to see some interesting stuff about this power system. Because up until now, it's just been kind of like really vague. It's like, yeah, you just get power, and then you do some fancy hand moves, and you summon a demon, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, whatever. Okay, whatever. But, we finally saw the future devil, who is actually the guy from the OP. Not gonna lie, there are a lot of characters in the OP that I thought we would be seeing them a lot sooner than the very end of the first season, But I mean, the future devil seems like he's gonna be interesting. Like, I hope so. And so I was like, okay, like, Aki's gone through a little bit of a character arc here, right? Because he's sort of lost one attachment to the world that he had with Himeno. And so he's like, his resolve is now hardened, right? Like, he's ready for battle. Like, he's not a little bitch anymore. Not that he was a little bitch before, but he was kind of a little bitch. But like he's getting cool. It's like this is the Aki is cool arc, right? But then he gets into the fight right at the end of that episode, where like he's fighting the ghost devil, because what's her face, the Kemma looking lady summoned it, and because her snake ate it or something. I don't know how that works. He's fighting the ghost devil, and the future devil is like, oh, I can help you see a little bit into the future, but that's all I can help you do. Sorry, you're on your own, buddy. And then like Aki's getting like choked out at the end of the episode. I'm like, well, so much for the Aki is cool arc. Aki's still a little bitch. But I at least started getting a little bit interested in this show finally. I was mostly just watching it because everybody else is, to be honest. But I think things might start getting a little interesting. Also, I was really excited to meet the angel character, for obvious reasons. He's a jobber doomed to lose. I want to at least see him do something cool. I want to see him do something cool before he dies. So we finally got to meet the angel person and a bunch of other funky characters. But I don't know. From the beginning, like when I saw the OP, right? And there's that angel character, I was like, oh, who's that? Who dat? I just really like their design. And so far, from what I've seen of like the 2 lines that they spoke, I was like, okay. I love me just like a what's the word? There's a word. I'm looking for it. Where's my brain? What's the word? Gender neutral. The word is not coming to mind. Edits of Aki without a chin? What does that mean? The thing in Chainsaw Man that's refreshing in shonen action is people are easily die and stuff. Losing blood makes them weak. If they get hit, if they have superpowers. I mean, I guess so. But there's a lot of like, you know, it's like, obviously Denji's not gonna die easily, at least at this point, because it's like, you just pour some blood in their mouth and they're fine, right? I mean, it's not like there haven't been shonens where people die. People die all the time in like Hunter x Hunter. People die all the time in Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, I guess. Like, all the modern shonen animes are really into this, like, edgy, gory, like, oh, everyone dies because that's the reality of battle. I'm like, okay. And they make edits with him having no jawline. Interesting. Androgynous! That's the word. I'm like, it starts with an A. I'm like, asexual. No, that's a different thing. I'm like, yes. An androgynous angel character. I can relate. I just think they look cool. They remind me of Manami from Yomoshi Pedal, and I really like Manami. If you look at every other shonen, even if they have a human body, it's like it's made of steel. Yeah, that's true for some shonens. Like, I don't know, Naruto or like Fairy Tail or, you know, like some of the more traditional shonens, I guess, that they can really take a beating, and then they just like, they have like some scuff marks on them, but then they're fine. But I mean, even with like Boku no Hero, right? Boku no Hero Academia, there was this whole thing where like, Deku like breaks his hands every time he does a punch, and like, it was like super edgy, but there's not really like consequences besides the pain, because then it just gets healed up by the kissy lady. Like, you know, I mean, there are consequences for some characters in Chainsaw Man, but it doesn't give me enough of a chance to give a shit about them before it kills them off. Angel Devil sounds contradictory. Now that you mention it, it does. It does. Also, like, devils are based off of fears, right? How many people fear angels? Are you guys afraid of me? You can tell me if you're afraid of me. Right? Like, aren't angels supposed to be, like, good? Or, like, you know, like, heavenly figures that are biblically accurate term. I feel like maybe, okay, it's like this sort of, like, God-fearing aspect of religion, right? Where it's, like, you fear God to some degree because it's, like, what convinces you to, like, obey God or whatever, right? Because God is powerful and can smite you at any moment, right? If you do something bad. But I wouldn't think that angels are like one of the top fears out there, you know? Because it's like the whole thing that they explained, it's like the more that people fear it, the stronger it is, right? But it's like okay, guns, sure, guns are scary. The chainsaws, I guess chainsaws are scary, yeah. Angels? Like, maybe in the past, you know, like back in the biblically accurate days, back when angels were like amalgamations of eyeballs and wings and wretched, hideous faces or whatever. Maybe people had more fear for angels back then. But these days people just kind of, like, I don't know, romanticize them, right? It's just like, angel is a symbol of purity and good. Or whatever. Well, I mean, like, I am a symbol of purity and good because I am. That's me. That's me in a nutshell. But, you know, what do I know? I'm just an angel. I feel other emotions towards Tem, but not fear. God. You might want to change your mind about that, though. I'm coming for you. What was I talking about even? We're talking about Chainsaw Devilman. Devilman Chainsaw Crybaby. Chainsaw Devilman. Boku no Chainsaw Devilman Crybaby. Sorry, it seems like I'm just shitting on everyone's favorite anime. And that's because I am. But that's just how I am. That's just how I am. I'm contrarian. I'm not contrarian if I actually like the thing. Like, I like Spy Family, and that's a really popular one. It's so hard for, like, I don't know what it is about modern shonens that it just doesn't do it for me. Like, I really enjoy like I don't think that every show these days has to be subversive, right? I genuinely enjoyed Fairy Tail because it was just a well-written story with lovable characters and good pacing, at least for the most part, until the very end. Oh no, please don't come after me. I suddenly have the door unlocked for some reason. Oh, you're so silly if you think I ever needed a door in the first place. I can just pop out right through your computer, like boom. Like what's it called? Is that The Grudge? Or what's the one with the girl that comes out of the TV? I don't know. I'm like that. But heavenly. Oh, was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Yeah, I feel like I was just gonna talk about because it was on my mind because I went into Mimi's stream a little bit earlier and we were talking about some anime that we think should have a new season. So what are some anime that you guys want to see a new season of? And I'm not talking about like recent anime. I'm talking about like anime that haven't gotten a new season in 10 years that should have a new season by now. Because we were talking about, well, first we were talking about Toradora, and I was like, Toradora is like done. But Mimi was saying that there's like a new chapter or something, and I was like, what do you mean a new chapter? What do you mean a new chapter of Toradora? What? After 10 years? And then I was talking about Oran because I'm like, if there was one show that I could get a second season of, I don't know if it would be Oran, but Oran would be pretty high up on that list. I discovered you recently and excited to catch a live stream. Yay! Hello and welcome. I'm glad you can make it. Hope you don't break the flow. Don't worry about that. I have no flow. I'm an agent of chaos, and my brain does not have any patterns. A funny manga about the MC trying his damnedest to get away from yaoi situations. I think I've read that one. I've probably read that one. All right, we're talking about shows that should have a second season. Probably the top of my list is a show called Big Wind Up. I already talked about it a lot, I think, in my debut stream, but the baseball anime, it's called Big Wind Up, Okiku Furikabute, and it's been years since a new season. So there was one season that was, I think, 24 episodes, and then another season that was only 12 episodes, and like an OVA, but it has been a long time since then. And the manga is like really far ahead, so we're like, please, Big Wind Up, please. I don't think it's impossible for it to get a new season because it's actually really popular in Japan. Or at least it was for a while. I just hope people haven't forgotten about it by now because it's one of my favorites. You'd like if there was more Ore Monogatari? Oh, I didn't know they never finished the anime for that. I watched the first few episodes. It was okay. Oh, Bleach got a new season and it's good? Okay. Cool. I've watched a tiny bit of Bleach. I don't know. I wasn't interested in all the stuff they were doing with like Soul Society peoples and whatnot. I just wanted to see Chad be cute because he's a cutie pie. That's all I want in life. And the Quincy dude. I thought he was cute too. And Orihime was alright. She was getting to be an interesting character. She was getting there. Is that her name? Orihime? Hime something? Hime-chan? I don't remember. The orange hair girl with the little fairy powers. You can't think of a series that needs a second season? All the shows you like are already getting more hype. I envy you. There was a period of time, like a few years ago, where they suddenly started bringing back all of these really old anime, just like out of nowhere. That was a good time. Like Black Butler. Like I thought that Black Butler was like done and over with after the second season, because you know they pretty much butchered the plot, or you know it was like filler, right? So I was like, okay, they're just like not gonna make any more. But then they did after like 7 years or something, and it was good. It was really good. You forgot the anime that you want to have more seasons. That's a mood. That's a big mood. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Skip Beat. That's right. That's one of the big ones. Skip Beat. It's a shoujo? I guess it's a shoujo. I think of it more as like a not seinen. What's the other one? Josei. It's like a little bit more on the mature side. It's like a drama rom-com about actors, but it's so good, and it's like a little, like I think it was coming out back in like 2008 or something, like 2010, and like it went for maybe like 24 episodes, and then they just never continued, even though the manga has been continuing to this day, like every month or so. Big pain. Big oof. But that's a really good one. I highly recommend that to anybody who likes rom-coms and stuff like that. Skip Beat. Yeah, the Black Butler anime. But they got it back on track. They just started with the next arc and just moved on. They're like, yeah, just forget about the second season. They're like, it kind of happened, it didn't, but like whatever. Like don't worry about it. But I love Book of Circus and Book of the Titanic. Was it Titanic? I don't remember. Book of boat book. A bit. 50% off continuation. I don't. That one's not one to keep your hopes up for. Because Octopimp pretty much said that he's not gonna continue it. Scat dance! I just screamed in your ear. You scat dance! Yes! That's the one. That's a big one. I actually like it. The manga's finished, so I just like went and read the whole thing. I mean, same for Oron, but I just think book. Atlantic. That's Book of Atlantic. I don't know why I said Titanic. I'm like, it definitely wasn't the Titanic. I went and read the entire manga of Skit Dance. It's pretty good. I like Skit Dance a lot. So I'm just thinking about Tsubaki Sasuke. Yeah. Me and May talk about like fictional crushes a lot, right? I wasn't really ever one to have that many fictional crushes. I'm more of a shipper at heart. But every once in a while I have like an Oshi from an anime or something. And Tsubaki Sasuke was definitely up there. He was up there for me. I just think he's so cute and so dorky. Yeah. You're sad you didn't have your headphones in. Protect your ears, bro. Protect your ears. Oh my god. Oh yeah, they're bringing Urusei Yatsura. I don't know anything about that, but good news for the people who do, I suppose. Season 2 Princess Principal having to wait 6 years, and then instead of season 2 they made a movie. Interesting. I have not watched Vinland Saga. We talked about stuff that's coming out the current season a little bit earlier, and I saw that it was on there, but I have not watched it. What kind of genre is that? Did somebody mention stuff about Vinland Saga? It's the kind of thing that like I've heard the name from time to time, but I honestly have no idea what it is. Trying to go back in the chat and see what people said. I forgot already. No, you're good. So yeah, it's like definitely skip beat, sket dance, Oron, big wind up. Promised Neverland season 2 will never come out. Really? I thought it was supposed to come out. Promised Neverland was really popular, wasn't it? Oh, actually, that's right. No, season 2 came out, but it sucked, right? They just like changed a bunch of things and nobody liked it, right? It's violent and has battles, but it's not the focus. A personal growth story. Okay. Perhaps. You're selling it super hard. That's okay. Trust me, I am definitely one to ramble about my favorites all the time. I think there was a while that I was waiting on a new Yomishi Pedal season, and then they finally announced the new season, and I still haven't watched it yet. Oopsies. I'm trying to think if there are any other sports anime that I need a new season of. I mean, Big Wind Up's the big one for me. Ace of Diamond is probably gonna get a new season, either next year or the year after that, because it's only been like a year or so since the second season. Well, I say second season, it's more like the second arc, second series of the, I don't know what to call it. Yeah, we can always dream, right? I mean, like, there are anime that come back after decades, so you know, to keep your hopes up. Keep your hopes up. Oh, and of course, No Game No Life is aren't they making a movie of that or something? I can't remember. But that was always one of the anime that, like, when people are talking about second seasons, it's like, ah, yes, the second season of No Game No Life that will never be. Have I seen Blue Lock? I have not. I'm considering watching it because it should be like done by now, or like the first core is done, right? The first 12 episodes or so. I might give it a shot. I'm a big fan of sports anime. The Promised Neverland season 2 skipped like a million arcs in the manga. Yeah. I hate when anime do that. I hate when they do that, where they just skip a bunch of stuff and give you like kind of a recap, and then they're like, we're just gonna get to the good stuff. Like, that really turns off people who only watch the anime. Like, they're gonna just lose interest. That happened with The World God Only Knows, which is another one of my favorite anime. Because the thing is with The World God Only Knows is that like, after watching the original first season, I just went and read the manga for like the entire thing. And then the second season came out, and they just sort of like they crammed a few of the things from this one arc into like an OVA, I think, and then they just continued on, like, skipping a bunch of stuff, and they're just like, oh yeah, over summer break, this happened and this happened, there was this character and there was this character, and it's so annoying. Like anybody that I try to get into that show, I'm like, yeah, okay, so you have to watch the first season, and then you go read the manga for this section, and then you can go back to the anime for this section. And I was like, wow. Oh wait, no, it was between the second and third season, actually. That's right. It was between the second and third season. But it's so good. Everybody should give it a chance. I love The World God Only Knows. No Game No Life isn't that good. I think it's pretty good. I think it was fun to watch at the time. I don't know if it would stand up quite as well if I went back and watched it now. But it was a fun watch. I was never like super attached to it, but like I like sort of like thinky games. Like I like strategy kind of like battles, battles of wits and stuff like Death Note and things like that. So, all of the gimmicks that they did with like figuring out the loopholes of the different games, I thought that was a lot of fun. All the character development happened off screen. I know, it's such a shame. It's such a shame when they do that. Ugh. And the worst thing in the world, God only knows, is that some of those characters that were introduced in that arc are crucial to the final arc. It's not just like, oh yeah, here are some like background characters that don't really matter, so we're just gonna skip over them. No, it's like big, important characters. Yeah, it might be a little overhyped. It's fine. It's whatever. Yeah, I'm there are plenty of anime that I don't understand why they're hyped. Like Chainsaw Man. Sorry. But it was a fun watch. The World God Only Knows had some bigger songs. I know. I want to sing them all. What if I just sing them all right now for you guys, and you just don't tell anybody, right? Okay. Like, look up at the sky like a bird without wings. If you want to fly, feel your wind, release yourself. Why do you sigh? Just count your blessings every time you fly. Feel your wind, release yourself. Ba 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 ba. That's the opening of the third season, the Goddess's arc. Let's throw stones at Chainsaw. I did that for like half of this stream. I think I probably lost some fans because I just dunked on Chainsaw for like half an hour. I'm so sorry I'm like this. I'm so sorry. Oh. Reminds me of anime adaptations from visual novels. It's hard to cram a novel worth of stuff into episodes. Yeah. I mean, it's the same problem that happens with like movie adaptations of novels, right? Oh, also one of my favorite The World God Only Knows songs, the first ending song. 恋の印君の目に見つけたのあの日気づいた時胸の磁石回り出した探していたときめきにやっと見つけたのどこにいても見つけ出すよもう二度と迷わない And I'm not gonna sing the rest because I don't want to get like copyright struck but God, I love The World God Only Knows. Bleh. God only knows my mind is as free as the wind. But now what I should do is to fall in love. God only knows na 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 na. Feels like I'm lost in a labyrinth. Ah, bah. You read the manga and it was fun, but the adaptation is dropping the ball. So it might just be an adaptation issue. I found it very boring until the last couple episodes. The last couple episodes finally started getting kind of interesting to me. But before that, it was kind of a chore to get through. Also, I'm just glad that, so, Like, I wasn't looking forward to picking it up after the episode where Himeno died, because I was like, okay, they're gonna make it all sad and dramatic, and then Denji's gonna get back up and have a big fight with the sword head guy, and it's gonna take like half the episode. But no, they actually cut that fight pretty short. I'm glad. I thought it was gonna drag on, but they actually kept it nice and short. Yeah, the first OP is a certified classic. But yeah, Chainsaw Man is okay, but it got hyped up way too much for me. Like, people had been talking about it for like a year or two before the anime started. They're like, you're not ready for Chainsaw Man. It's gonna be one of the best anime ever, and it's the most amazing story that I've ever read, and it's gonna change anime forever. And I'm like, it's not that good. It's not that good, Chief. It's not that deep. The director wanted to create an anime like a Western movie. So the thing is, I don't like Western movies. I don't watch movies that much. I'm not a movie person. I don't really like the pacing and the cinematography. Is it just me, or is there's this thing in modern movies where they've given up on creating interesting shot compositions in favor of just having the main character like stand in the very center frame and like zoom out? It'll just be like a blank white wall behind the main character, and it's just like them standing center screen, and it's like, oh, whoa, it's like deep because it's like minimalist, and I'm like, whatever. Like, put the camera in different positions, please. My eyes are getting bored. Is that just me? Does anybody else notice that? Well, to be fair, I've only watched maybe like 5 movies in the past 5 years. Cinematographers cost money, just let CGI artists design something? Huh? I guess. I don't know. Every anime is someone's first anime. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not like I care if somebody loves Chainsaw Man. Like, that's fine. I just, like... It gets old with everybody talking about it, and they'll come and be like, did you watch the new episode of Chainsaw Man? Isn't Chainsaw Man just the best? And I'm like, yeah, about that. Yeah. There's good movies, they're just watching the bad ones. I mean, I don't know. I just watch whatever people like recommend to me. Or like if someone invites me out to like a movie theater. I like going to the movies. I like going to the movie theater and eating popcorn and sitting in a dark room and not having to do anything but stare at a screen for a few hours. And sometimes I even enjoy the movie, and then I just like and then I forget. Like, even if I enjoy the movie, I tend to forget what it was about after a few weeks for some reason. Like, I've seen a few of like the Marvel movies. Like, I watched the Thor one that everybody loved, the Thor Ragnarok. I don't remember what it was about, but it was okay. And I'd say probably the last... I enjoyed Big Hero 6 back when that came out. I like movie series. I enjoyed The Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, even though I don't really want to support Harry Potter that much personally because of, you know, reasons. But I enjoyed it. I didn't, like, build my personality around it, like I know some people do. It's like, I don't know. I enjoy movies sometimes, but I never become a fan of a movie the way that I become a fan of anime, where it, like, consumes my brain 24/7. As a person that loves movies, you feel hurt. Is it the Thor Ragnarok one? I don't know. I heard everybody like hyping it up, and I watched it, and I was like, yeah, that was a movie. That was pretty good. Yeah, it had like a plot and characters and some action and stuff, I guess. I don't know. Loki's pretty cool, right? Hmm. Waiting for another KyoAni banger movie. Yeah, I'm not gonna force myself to watch movies. It's like, the thing that frustrates me sometimes is that my roommates like to just randomly watch a movie, whereas I have to take the time out of my day. I gotta be like prepared to watch a movie. Like we'll sit down at the couch to like eat dinner or something, and my roommates are like, "All right, we're gonna watch a movie now," and I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What? You want me to make a 2-hour plus commitment to just sitting here and watching something that I don't even know if I'm gonna like?" And then they get offended if I like get up and leave. Because I tried to do that before. I just tried to like walk away, and it didn't go very well. But I'm like, you just gotta, like, if you just tell me like we're gonna have a movie night on Friday, do you wanna come watch movies with us? I'll be like, yeah, sure. Like, even if I don't care about what movie it is, like if you ask me like in advance, I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'll do it, because I'll be like ready to watch a movie, you know. Instead of just being like, because like with a series, you know, it's only like half an hour episode, or you know, some like American like IRL series. What do you call it? Just like flesh people series. Like TV shows, it might be like an hour episode, but for the most part, like you can just watch an episode and then decide if you want to continue. Whereas like with a movie, it's like you gotta be prepared to spend the emotional like energy of like getting attached to new characters, and then you gotta like learn a new plot, learn a new series of events, learn new characters, and then it'll all be over at the end of the 2 hours or so. And I'm like, It's like, I don't know, maybe that's why I feel like movies can tend to be like really close-ended. So like my fandom brain doesn't activate, because my fandom brain activates when things are a little bit more open-ended, I guess. Because like, you know, if I'm waiting for a second season of an anime or something, I can like theorize and like, you know, write fan fiction of the characters or whatever, and like build up like a whole fiction inside my head. Whereas like a movie, it's like it starts and then it's over, and then my brain is like, wow, good show, and then I move on. Sorry, I don't know, something about today has activated Tem's don't give a shit Tem's don't give a shit brain. Sorry. You have the blessing of not being a slave to your job. You just go and watch movies. I mean, like, I enjoy, I don't know, I enjoy movies as a social thing, you know? It's like, if it's something that I'm doing with people, like going out to the movies together. Yeah, I think it's just the movie structure. Like, I've had this conversation with my friends so many times about, like, why I don't like movies, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know why I don't like movies. I just don't like them very much. Like, I don't hate all movies. Like I said, I'll watch one and I'll think it was pretty good, but it doesn't leave any kind of impact on my life. Like, I don't have the kind of memory that some people do, where they just, like, memorize quotes from the movie after only watching it, like, one time. They'll be like, oh yeah, I remember when that person said this one thing, and I'm like, who? What? When? Where? Why? I don't remember anything. I remember that there was a guy and that he had superpowers, and then in the final battle he flew to the top of a building and beat up the bad guy, and that's all the plot that I remember. And then he kissed a girl, and then the credits rolled. And that's like half of the super movies that I've seen. It's not like I don't mind the pain. What, the emotional pain that I'm dealing? With all these stabs. And then they kissed. I hate movies that end like that. It's just like, these characters have known each other for 2 days, and now they are madly in love, and then we gotta end the movie with a kiss. Wow. Beautiful. I'm like, what? What? Then recite interview with a vampire from memory. I've heard of that. I think I've heard of that. Oh, yeah. I don't know why. I can remember quotes from anime better. Well, I don't know. I'm not really a quote rememberer. But for some reason, when I watched anime, all of the words seeped into my head, and then I can understand Japanese. For some reason. I don't know. Brains are weird. Everybody's wired differently. Yep, a cute angel brings pain. And this is why people fear the angel, and why the angel devil exists. And all is right with the world. Anyways, I think I've talked enough for today. It's been about like an hour and a half. And I am still tired. I want to do some sleep. I don't think I'm gonna have a short video out today, because I try to do that for most weekdays at least, but I slacked off a little bit during the holidays, so it's gonna take me a second to get back on track. I don't like movies. What if it was 2 movies? It's almost a 12 episode amount of duration. Well, if they were like 2, like a series of movies, you know, like a trilogy, or like, at least then I would have time to get attached to the characters, I guess. I don't know. Perhaps. Like I said, I enjoy Lord of the Rings. Stuff like that. Evangelion's angel. Oh yeah, Evangelion has like some like religious stuff, right? I've never seen it. Revived a bit late, but it was fun to be in pain. Thank you. I always aim to bring pain to my viewers. Just kidding. I don't. I promise. I'm not always like this. I promise. Okay, well maybe that's a lie. Maybe I am always like this. Oops. Mandatory announcements. We've got Christmas voice packs that are still on sale. The link is in the description. Tomorrow's stream, I believe I'm gonna be doing some Fall Guys. Maybe I'll even get a win this time, who knows. And then this week, if you've seen my schedule or the waiting room, I'm doing a collab with the lovely Bajiru senpai. Unfortunately, Bajiru is going to be leaving us at the end of this month, but I'm glad to get the chance to collab with her before she leaves Bond. And we're gonna play some Fallow, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I hope y'all can be there. Don't get me started on Lord of the Rings. Okay, I will cut you off. Why are we here? Just to suffer. Yeah, it do be like that. I already told you guys I'm a pessimist. Alright, well, on that note, I hope y'all have a good night, or maybe morning, wherever you may be. And that's gonna be Otsu Tem from me. Otsu Tem. Bye bye.